In the bottles are water, pink, orange salt water, blue the shampoo, and green the alcohol. First in the test tube is alcohol. Next is the water, and notice what the water is doing in the test tube. Next in the test tube is salt water, and notice what the salt water is doing in the test tube. Last into the test tube is the shampoo, and notice what the shampoo is doing. It looks like all the liquids mixed together except for the shampoo. The shampoo seems to have sunk down into the bottom. Why didn't the liquids stack? Well, what observations did you make? Based on those observations, we can do it a different way. Based on the observation that the shampoo seemed to have gone to the bottom, let's start with shampoo first into the test tube. Based on the observation that salt water seemed to have passed and sunk through the other liquids, let's put that in next. Let's be sure to make careful observations of what's happening with the salt water in the test tube. Does it seem to be staying on top? Next, let's put in some water. It seemed to have passed down through the alcohol when we put it in first. Let's see if it stays on top of the salt water. The water appears to stay on top of the salt water. Finally, let's place the alcohol into the test tube and see if it stays on top of the water below it. Now all the liquids are in the test tube, and let's give it a few minutes to see what actually happens. Maybe they'll settle out. So minutes later, it looks like the salt water has sunk down into the shampoo. Okay, based on our observations, how should we stack the liquids now? Well, let's try it out. Since the salt water appeared to have sunk down into the shampoo, let's put the salt water in first, and then we're going to put in the shampoo next. So let's see what happens. Now the shampoo is being inserted into the test tube. Let's see if it stays on top of the salt water. It does appear to be staying on top of the salt water. Next, the water's going in, and the water does appear to be staying on top of the shampoo. And finally, let's see the alcohol, and the alcohol does appear to stay on top of them. So it does appear that the liquids can be stacked. Well, the salt water at the bottom is the most dense, then the shampoo, and then the water, and then the least dense liquid on there is the alcohol. So they differ according to their densities, but they can be mixed.